Shane Wright has burned bright for as long as his mother, Tanya, can remember.
He was like a very sweet, loving kid, loved to give hugs, very competitive, didn't stop moving. You know, we always used to say we'd run him like a horse, nap him, run him like a horse, and put him to bed because he had a lot of energy to burn.
I remember not really being able to sit still very much and want to just kind of do and kind of do different things.
And the thing Shane always wanted to be doing, more than anything, was playing hockey.
I think he was really obsessed. I mean, we had an outdoor rink for a couple of seasons, and he just was like, I can't believe I can just skate anytime in my backyard.
As a starry-eyed kid, he always looked up to Sidney Crosby, wishing that he could be like him someday and play in the National Hockey League.
The kid that bawled his eyes out in the Olympics when the Americans tied it and had to go to overtime, and he's bawling and bawling. We're like, there's still overtime, there's a chance. And then Sidney does what he does.
And from a young age, Wright showed flashes of star potential.
Oh, I don't know if you ever really think they're going to be pro, but you do try to give them every opportunity, and whether it's like the team you associate them with, the extra skates.
Media, scouts, and college recruiters beamed upon him, and as a teenager playing junior hockey, Wright was granted exceptional status by the CHL, becoming one of only 6 ever bestowed the label.
Are you reading the stuff like idiots like me, right?
Did Shane Wright really not going to find out during the game who he went to? Do you not think somebody in the rink's going to hold up a sign or say, Montreal, Montreal?
The whispers and expectations of watchful eyes thrust Shane into the spotlight, where he continued to dazzle.
Let's go, Shane!
You can't beat 2 years ago, Halifax World Juniors, captain of the team, scores on his birthday, we win the gold medal at home. Honestly, nothing will ever top that experience.
Shane Wright on his 19th birthday makes it 2-0 Canada. The captain strikes.
Lean on the people that you trust the most, and people that are always there for you is really important, and kind of sticking to the process and making sure that you're doing it right, you're not kind of rushing things.
In his final season with the Kingston Frontenacs of the OHL, Wright cataloged 94 points in 63 regular season games.
But that's not a problem. Shane Wright will take over. Left circle, Wright tries to sneak one in, scores!
When Shane fell further than prophesized in the NHL draft, the Kraken proudly picked him 4th overall in 2022, feeling lucky that they'd caught a star that could light their path for years to come.
With the 4th selection, the Seattle Kraken are proud to select from the Kingston Frontenacs, Shane Wright.
I remember they told us that now that he's drafted, you'll see him in 2 hours. We're like, 2 hours? Just so exciting. I remember setting him off to the hotel where he got on the bus and he drove away, and he was going to get to fly the jet back to Seattle with all the other draftees, and it was a pretty incredible start.
Shane was tested in the season that followed, beginning the year splitting 16 games between the Kraken and their AHL affiliate, the Coachella Valley Firebirds. He battled injuries and was returned to the OHL after being traded to the Windsor Spitfires.
Hey Spits fans, Shane Wright here. Really happy, really excited to be here in Windsor. Let's go Spitfires.
In just 20 games with Windsor, he had 15 goals and 22 assists.
Here's Wright to the line and in! And the Spitfires get the lead back!
Even while his circumstances wavered, Shane's enthusiasm for the game and unyielding optimism lit the road ahead.
You just got to embrace, whatever situation you're in. You really just got to make the most out of it. Wherever your team or line or situation, role, whatever it is. I think that was kind of, the biggest message I learned.
During his first full year in Coachella Valley, he was able to settle into the wavelengths of the Kraken organization.
I had my own house, had a stable kind of living situation, and knew where I was playing, knew what I was doing, week to week and month to month. Yeah, and then with the same coaching staff, the same teammates, being around the same guys every single day. It was nice having a little bit more stability than obviously the year before that. So it was definitely an enjoyable year for sure.
Since debuting in the Big Show,
Shane Wright making his NHL debut tonight.
Emotions I'm feeling right now, just really excited for this. I mean, it is something that I look forward to my whole life, and now that the day's finally here, it's pretty exciting, and really looking forward to going out.
surreal moments continue to surface.
We have a couple videos of, you're taking a face-off against Sidney Crosby. That's just mind-blowing.
And right on time, In yet another flash of brilliance, Shane shot his first puck into an NHL net at home.
Shane Wright, his first goal in the National Hockey League.
Against the Montreal Canadiens.
So you weren't the least bit more motivated tonight against these guys?
Maybe a little bit, I think. I mean, I just kind of treat it as another hockey game. I wouldn't say it'd be sweeter scoring against any other team or Montreal or whatever it is. I think overall it just feels good to score.
Wright reflects on his journey with gratitude. Even with all of the gold that he's earned along the way, he feels the real treasure he's found is in the time and space he's created to bring his wish to life.
Just effort and kind of loving what you do. That's something my dad tells me a lot. You're doing something you love for a living, and just love every second of it. Really enjoy what you do. My mom says a lot how much she enjoys teaching and how she loves what she does. So I think that was a really big message from them.
He's learned in his first full year in the NHL that when you burn bright, you have to take care so you don't burn out.
You really have to take your mind off hockey sometimes. You're always around it 24/7, and it's what you love and it's what you focus on a lot, but it's really important to step away from that and really focus on something other than hockey for a little bit of time.
Shane's also leaned on his comrade and fellow young centerman Matty Beniers.
Off the ice, he's a really good guy. We got little games that we're playing Clash of Clans right now, so that's kind of dumb, but we have fun doing it, and some dinners, some off days, going golfing, things like that.
As they continue their rise from the deep,
Wright goes for the net and makes no mistake.
the inescapable future of the Kraken comes to light, centered on the right course.
Number 51, Shane Wright.
Reminding us that destiny might be written in the stars.
With a shot, he scores! How about that? That's right.
But it's seized in the sea.